That reminds me. That was my first and last crunch of the episode. I expect the same for you as well.
I don't have food in here.
Good.
I've already been viciously yelled at for chewing.
I didn't viciously yell at you.
You, dude.
I wasn't happy about it, but I didn't.
You. Okay, I guess a little bit of context. Welcome to the finale of Resident Evil 3, everybody.
Yeah, hey, what's up? Welcome to the show.
Hope you've enjoyed everything. I know, you're like, why does this screen look like this? Why is it not moving? Why is
there a Windows player? Well, I f***ed up and didn't...
Wait. Can you say that just one more time? One more time.
I f***ed up. And I didn't export my audio, which is a rookie mistake that I haven't made in like 6 years.
Wait. No, let's be honest. We both made that mistake not too long ago, but we discovered that Control Z undoing would let us get back to it, but...
Yeah, I had forgotten about that. Yeah, no, I had already closed the program and shut off the computer by the time I realized my mistake. So we don't have it, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch the game footage, and instead of just listening to Steven's side of the conversation, which could be pretty funny, but I didn't want to edit 43 minutes of like robot text just like making up responses for myself, although that probably would have been hilarious. We're gonna watch
do a director's cut style.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about the episode and like our overall impressions of the game and like everything.
We won't
that we
spoil
liked.
anything.
So
obviously.
yeah, we're gonna everything coming up will hopefully be fresh. This will hopefully be just as fun of an experience as it would be if you watched me, muster my way through the last, hour or so of this game, getting pissed off on my own. Like, this should be just as fun.
Yep.
So,
but all right, without further ado, I'm pretty sure we've got, like, here we're discussing like our inventory management and like what we need to take with us, what we don't need to take with us.
Yeah, hopefully I picked like a decent starting point of the episode, because I'm not 100% sure like when the content actually starts, because we don't have our conversation. I think at this point we were talking about butts or something, like totally
I legitimately believe that you were like, we stopped the last episode with the all intents and purposes of discussing.
Oh, that's right. This is where you convinced me to put everything away and to carefully and thoughtfully identify what we need.
So like the vaccine we can't take. So like we picked up everything that we could in here, and now it's like, all right, we've got everything.
And it's like, hopefully this isn't a spoiler, but it was already starting to feel kind of final, and especially being given like several explosive rounds and just a myriad of flame rounds. Like, we're pretty confident going into this. This is going to be a series, like either the last boss fight or like a series of mob fights or something kind of
very final. Very final. Like after playing RE2, like we kind of got the, we figured out the formula, and right now basically we're just prioritizing.
Which,
everything.
In hindsight,
honestly,
we just made the smartest decision of this episode by pulling the Glock out. Like, I know I wasn't a fan of it going on, but this gun's actually pretty sweet. But yeah, so this game...
Had some, we just do a really quick, 56th save of...
Listen, I was getting, like, through this entire game... I'm gonna... Excuse me while I move the mic as I get comfortable.
That's fine.
I was like, not going to be
acid rounds versus
having gunpowder, like the ability to make more. But I was having pretty much through this entire game like flashbacks to fucking RE2 insane mode where you had to have ink ribbons. So I was very much taking advantage of that.
What name is this place?
Oh yeah, no, this arena's pretty slick too. Like,
this whole game was just so good, and like honestly, we've talked about this before. It's much more bang bang shoot 'em up than RE2 was. RE2 was very puzzle based. It was very linear, non-linear progression is what I should say. Whereas this game is like mob fights, arena battles. Like, we're gonna stock you up. You got to get through the small amount of puzzles with as much resources as you possibly can, because then we're gonna throw a million zombies at you. And I dig that.
Oh, here, yeah, this is Nemesis.
I'm back. This time I have some kind of uvula-like extension.
Right, that thing that he just like
that he can extend at will, like through the sheer.
Oh, that's
power.
right, this fucking guy.
Nikolai, don't! The city needs that vaccine!
More than I do.
I wonder.
I don't think.
Dude, we talked about this, like, I like him as a character. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's
Like,
a good villain. He's kind of like he ran the full gambit of like emotions that you feel about a villain. He started off as the good guy that you didn't really like, and then he became the textbook turncoat and profiteering mercenary. He's a very cool character.
Put on a good show and
I still want to punch him in the dick.
it's okay.
Agreed?
But I
Little,
think,
little do they know.
yeah, like that's the sign of like a good villain. But
Oh, I should preface the fact that I told Nate that I foresaw, and I'm not just saying this, that he would finish this fight within 3 attempts.
oh yeah, no, this is one of the rare times you like had faith in me as a gameplay first. Like as playing, you're like, you've got this in 2 to 4 tries. And I was like, I don't think so. But
Now that I said
there
it.
we go. Yeah, I was pretty certain he jinxed me.
But, yeah, we'll just let this play out. But, like, this is...
Not playing is it's very different. I see what you've been going through is from like watching this as a perspective, like watching back like this is me playing. You know, this isn't just something we pulled off the internet. Like this is actually me, as you'll see by me like sucking and panicking now at one hit as I look at everything I possibly can. But
and then you just did a slick fucking dodge right there.
yeah, dude, I like consistently, and I promise I won't suck my own dick through this whole thing, but had like moments of accidental genius in this game where I was pulling off dodges that, I mean, in full transparency, I didn't think they were like Hail Marys, or like my left hand twitched.
Right.
And I've accidentally pushed the left over. But I dug this fight. The only thing is like, after the 3rd or 4th time you fight Nemesis, they all kind of start to feel same.
Yeah, like this is like, okay, he's big bad, and now he's gonna.
Yeah,
just,
he's like charging up, and he's gonna try and hit you up close, but you can dodge under his armpit, or you know, if you're bad like me, you can get hit by that thing.
Or set yourself on fire momentarily.
Yeah, but I think like, wow, this is really crazy to watch. Not like literally thinking, oh fuck, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, the entire time I'm playing.
Oh, that's.
You're okay.
Oh, this was when we were like celebrating prematurely. We're like, oh my god, I did it first try, no fucking way. And he's
No,
like,
just phase 2.
Yeah. But
When you
Carlos is
interrupt
back.
his howl there, which is sick. But
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
yeah, I noticed that the first time, but like you were laser focused.
Yeah.
See, like this thing, like why does he keep running around? Like it just.
But this fight was cool because it very much felt like, kind of like The Walking Dead almost, where it's like people were watching you fight these crazy villains and zombies, like for their own gain or for their own profit. This is a pretty sweet fight. This is probably, I think, one of my favorite fights through the whole game, because like it did a really great job of like building upon everything we'd learned from our past encounters with this guy.
Right.
Like, we had to take everything we possibly figured out and put it all together into like the last couple of fights. Except I completely whiffed there. Dude, I will say we're probably gonna say the same thing. You telling me that you can left trigger zoom in onto their weak spots was game changer.
Well, that was the interesting thing, is like you did it on accident once, and I noticed that it looked different, and then I was like, oh, try it again, and then like sure as shit did it.
This was sweet. I'm sorry, we have to use Windows Media Player, which is not the best, so it might get choppy at times, but You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We could re-record, but at this point I'm like, I'm never going to recreate the display of gaming prowess that I put together.
What could be easier, honestly, is we have the audio. You could just take the original game footage and put our new audio over the original game footage. Like, it'd be
Oh, yeah,
better.
no, that's smart. That's probably what I'm going to do.
So, never mind. It won't be choppy.
It'll be choppy for us.
Yeah,
That's why I keep you around.
There may be some desyncing, but, like, not really. Like, not enough to be noticeable or tangible.
Right. And this is why I keep you.
Sometimes. It's okay.
Sometimes you say some smart shit, dude.
It's you know what? And sometimes you say some really nice stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, here's my thing. Like, why did they make them to where, like, the entire game, the normal baddies didn't, like, go down? You know, like, you had to, like, kill them three or four times after they've fallen down, but, like, in these situations, they're, like, if they hit the ground, they just, like, explode into pulp.
My theory is, like, that had to be a playtesting thing. You know what I mean? Like, they got to the point in playtesting where they're like, oh my god, these things are getting back up in this arena fight, killing me. Or it could be that just, like, we hadn't been shotgunning them in the mouth the entire game up until now, you know?
Oh, this move. Dude, that move's nuts.
He goes apeshit. This was, like, one of the big additions to this fight that wasn't there previously that I think was just wow. Chef's kiss. It just made
magnifique.
It's very magnifique. It just made him like, he's like, that's a spicy meatball, you know, it just made it that much better.
So, and obviously we'll get into it, like, at this point we're talking about, like, strategy, and now
we're
he's finally
saving our
pulling out the lightning
for
hawk.
literally the last possible second. Like,
Turns out it's never clear. It's never clear, like, when the last second is.
Yeah, no, you never know. You just kind of know. And that was a big old waste of dookie.
I did like that. I did like the shot though. Like,
I tried. And there it is.
Oh. So.
And he's just like, I wanted to fucking kill her. He's pissed off in the background.
Yep. But
Throwing
so
a
at this
fit.
point, we've actually discussed, like, game strategy, what we're gonna do, and it was basically like we used flame rounds, and I may just let the second one, like, we may not need to talk too much during the second fight, just, like, let it play out.
No, because we got all the information that we needed, and I mean,
Nate, just be aware of whenever that first cutscene with Carlos happened, like, indicating phase 2 happened in the first fight versus this one.
yeah, like
It is.
this is a display. If I do say so myself, maybe I will suck my dick through this whole one. Like,
I'm all good with that. That's fine. Someone's got to. You
I
deserve
mean,
it.
after I'd been struggling, like, dude, that hospital fight took me forever. The hunters took me forever.
Dude, you say forever, but really, like,
Yeah,
it didn't take that long.
It didn't take all that long.
But
How come you're
like,
not this
you're
nice,
using-
like, when I'm playing it?
You're using the lightning hawk now.
Jill, is that you?
Like, look at that. Like,
Phase
that was
2.
2 attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, see, you
That's what I
that
interrupted the
last time.
first time, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. We've missed out on so much. But this game, like, honestly was masterful. Like, I think it was such a cool idea for them to remake these games in the RE7 engine,
Come out and
because
play, shitbird.
they were such good games when they came out that
Oh, that's right.
and they haven't
that was, like,
aged
the
well.
one
so-
flaw,
yeah,
but
that
not
was the
even.
one flaw in the run, but they hadn't aged well, and now that's just like, these are amazing. Oh, that's right, dude. I forgot that I had to pick up ammo in the arena for my shotgun to deal with the little extra guys, but thankfully Nemesis killed them all this time.
I liked how, like, see, this is where you discovered the Glock, and it just, like, seriously.
It rips,
Melts.
dude.
And
It
really-
rips through people.
The key thing that we've discovered in the episode just before this one was that fire is guaranteed
Damage over
damage
time.
over time. Like, that was imperative that we figured that out.
That shocks him for a long time. Oh, right. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, but we got that speedy reload time now.
Oh, dude, I didn't notice this when I was fighting, but Carlos hit him.
Yeah, with the crane.
That's why it took so long. I literally was not paying attention to what Carlos was doing. I was just like, you fucking dick, help me.
That's when we discovered his arm is the thing making that like whiny like.
Oh yeah, it like has a mind of its own or something. He's such a cool villain. Like the way he transforms through the entire game is pretty amazing.
Well, it was cool because like the whole point is like Nikolai was like through our combat with
it.
It's evolving.
Yeah, what I'm unclear on though is if they were pushing evolutions through or if it was evolving on its own, just like as a parasite or as a bioweapon.
As a virus, probably.
Yeah. Oh, I really got bodied there for a second.
Yeah, dude, I actually thought that you were about to die for a second. I thought this was
over.
cleaner than this. I mean, it's still pretty clean. Like, let's be real. Like,
I will say, and I actually remember now, like expressing frustration there. It's like there were a lot of moments in this game where you get hit by something, and just the nature of their AI and their follow-ups make it like, oh, that didn't work. Make it so that it's impossible to like get back up. That right there was such an accident.
Oh, dude, look at that spice.
That was so unintentional, but I look like such a god.
You did. It didn't look like were. What an interesting way to like experience the finale of this. Like,
I know, because it's been a couple days removed. Actually, it's been a week.
Oh, you shot him in the arm, and that did like a ton of damage.
I don't know if it did a ton of damage or if it just did the rest.
Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
Here comes the airplane.
Come on. Come on.
And this is where we commented that we didn't take the pistol.
No, but that's all right.
Now get on.
I'll let that slide. And then she pimp walks on out of here.
In hindsight, I don't know why we even played as Carlos, like, even once. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
we had to save ourselves, you know?
I get it, but, like, I almost feel like that could have been, like, you know, like how they had, like, Ethan Must Die, and they had, like, the different, like, side stories in RE7 and RE2.
Yeah.
Like, that, like, hospital sequence could have been, like, a side story just to do as Carlos. Like, I don't know. It definitely had its place, but, like, I would have liked to play more as Carlos if we could have. Like,
Yeah, Carlos definitely felt like just getting out that
Nikolai?
that itch to just mow enemies down. You know what I mean?
with the AR.
I have
Yeah.
to get that vaccine back.
Here you are, just like reloading everything you've got.
I know, just trying my best.
And the reason we take the combat knife, if you guys aren't aware, in RE7, the final boss, we actually defeated it. We ran out of all of our ammo. And we defeated it with the knife.
Not
at the
RE7,
very end.
RE2.
Oh, RE2, yes. RE2, the final boss was beaten with the knife.
Yeah, we killed
And-
the last form of the scientist with a slash of our knife.
Oh, we gotta read this.
Weapon spec sheet.
Go ahead.
XXXXXX redacted. Project title: Ferromagnetic Infantry Use Next Generation Railgun. Development codename The Finger. Chief Development Nest 2 Lead Researcher Cornell Garner. Assisting developers United States Army. 60 millimeter muzzle velocity, 6,000 millimeters per second. God, I am not a scientist. Project objective: suppression of new bioweapons in case of outbreak. Additional notes: extreme firepower provides a secondary benefit of completely obliterating the target, leaving no trace behind. User feedback: this thing is totally rad. Tyrant's out of line, just give him the finger and problem solved. Packs the firepower we need. It would be even better if there was a way to control the output. Mobility may prove to be problematic in the field. Perhaps its platform can be refined. It requires multiple power sources, may be difficult to secure in practice, and could you consolidate to a single power source?
So what's funny is like they reference tyrants, and Nemesis, I guess, is a variant of the tyrant.
Yeah,
But,
because
like,
the tyrant was
tyrant's
Mr.
Mr.
T,
X.
right? In
Mr.
Mario
X.
2? Whatever,
Mr.
Mr. X.
Mr. T, I pity the fool. X gonna give it to you. Dude, I love that. That, like, those mods are so good.
They're fantastic. I will say 59 saves not bad on hardcore. I'm not upset by that at all.
Well, so here's the thing, like, I feel like they double dipped. They could have given you ink ribbons with as many save stations as there are.
Oh my
or
god,
they
could you
could've-
imagine trying to make those decisions?
It's done. Give me the vaccine, you greedy son of a bitch.
No. You bring money. I
Just
like
shoot
it.
him. What is this
We should
conversation?
make ours an
know.
ongoing ring.
I've never understood
Let's
holding
drop
each other
the
at
cup.
gunpoint and having a conversation. It's like...
By the time you pull the trigger and the bullet's in his head, like, he won't have time to react, you know? Like...
No, that's exactly right. And if he does have time to react, like...
Oh,
Chances
PT
are he
Dubs,
won't
Nemesis
shoot you in the
is
face.
not dead yet.
Whoa, spoilers, dude.
Dude, didn't notice it. Nikolai's kind
Have
of
you-
jacked.
Have you ever
I mean,
seen
he's-
anything
he's
so
pretty big.
incredible? The data on this would be worth millions. But, well, you know how it is. City's about to explode, and you can't put a price on life. Good luck.
Yeah, so that was a
Nikolai!
that was a dick move because we just talked
Go
about
after
that.
Nikolai! He's got the vaccine!
What about you?
I can't
We're
leave you.
running out of time!
We gotta make the caramel babies.
I know you do.
Yeah, you got this.
You got like you said, you got this,
No?
He's 4
like-
stories
This is the
tall and a
last
bio
fucking
weapon.
time.
You got this.
dude. So cool.
This was insane. Like, now that I've got a chance to... What am I pausing for?
Oh,
Oh, I had to scratch my balls or something.
probably. Like, look at that. Like it's like so
It's
good.
amazing. Just taking in all the
Railgun.
detail now that I'm not playing is pretty incredible. I'm throwing the jukes. Left, right, left, right. People are gonna be like, there's no way this is them playing.
It is us playing. Like I remember it all, and like this is where you commented that you loved that you could like pull the trigger on it.
It was
Like,
a
you
really
actually
cool
had to
moment.
click.
Cooldown in progress. Please reactivate power sources.
Like, looking back on it,
It needs power.
this is a pretty sick fight. I think we shit talked it a little bit. There
A
are
little
some
bit. Well,
there are
it's
some
just because
flaws.
it's just so samey. But what you did mention is
How about some more?
if you look behind him, you can actually see where the initial shot from our railgun.
That was me trying to figure out I had to hold it, and then crunch. Oh
when
man!
life gives you lemons.
Yeah, fucking squeeze the life out of them.
So, and you know what's interesting? I don't think they ever told you about the dodge roll lock-on mechanic, even to this point. Like,
No, and if
They
it was in a
never
note
did.
that we missed, like, would maybe understand. I don't know, but I just think it's funny how we struggle on this more than we did on like the actual last boss fight. Like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to feel like a victory lap. Like, you know, like this isn't as difficult. It's just super satisfying because you get to murk the giant 10-story tall. I'm exaggerating, obviously. It's just 2, but
I don't know,
The,
dude, it's probably 4 stories.
big ass monster. You know.
We have to think, like, if she's 6 foot tall, or, you know, not, so let's say
Did you?
5'5".
How about some more?
Oh, that's right.
What I
we
do
don't-
think is weird is like the grenade's not popping those little pustule things.
Well, you use the, those are the acid rounds.
Oh.
Well, and then you try it again, then we get squished.
Yeah, it took us a little while. In hindsight, it's kind of embarrassing how long it took me to figure out the mechanic of this fight, but
Oh, and then we
Once I
talked about, like,
did.
how I don't... That's how I don't
fucked it
like where, like, they only give you key tips of how to do it in the death screen. Because it's like, what if I didn't want to die to have to
Yeah.
find out what to do?
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
death shouldn't be the only way that we find out the tip. I understand giving tips, but, like...
Well, and after the 3rd or 4th death, like, it starts to make sense, but it should be also included in the onboarding of the game, like in the tutorial of the game. But yeah, if you
Well,
look over his right shoulder, there is a
How about some more?
there's an actual like
yeah.
hole in the building where the finger poked through. And here is the real fucking power of the Glock, dude. Just pow pow pow.
Well, this is when like I realized that you liked it because like you just started using it like crazy.
Yeah, dude. Just immediately it. I mean, in one pull of the trigger, it popped those.
It's right
those
there, yeah, right
pustules.
above, right there. That's a great shot of it.
I love it. Just the level of detail they put into this remake is like,
Go ahead.
it's really
I'm gonna
cool.
put you right back on your ass.
He's got like, I'm looking at like his like beetle-like scarab-looking things up top. Yeah, but they're like coming out of his back. They've got like arms and legs of their own, and there's like, nah, pull away. Let's unravel this sweater.
You think I don't know how to fuck you up?
Well, I don't know if he's spawning them intentionally. I would think the logic there is like the acid is making sensitive spots in his armor. You know what I mean? Because he did take a huge acid bath. Oh god. Yeah, I don't think we get it on this one. Bam. It doesn't let you very much. Well, so what's happening, and I don't know if I ever talked about it, is like as soon as bullet time is over, I'm like cranking on the thumbstick to move as much as I can in bullet time, and so it's like spinning me around 360 when I get full sensitivity back. And so I'm like way overshooting what I was going towards.
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
I know. You weren't even providing ideas, you were just giving me shit about missing those. No, I think what you said is, hey, don't get hit by that. And then you said, go get the farthest one first. Yeah. I think it was still spawning. Like looking back, there was a lot of instances where I don't think damage was being registered in a fight because an animation was happening. No, I think we die one more time. Oh, come on. Come now.
One power source remaining.
You think I don't know how to fuck you up?
Yeah. You think I don't know how to fuck you up? That's what I meant to say, fuck you up. But if you're interested. Oh. No, but then he starts throwing haymakers and shit that you've not seen before the entire fight. Yeah. It's a cool boss. I do think they give you way too many resources for this fight. That did make me mad, but that was my own fault. There's the off-screen hand coming in, just like the force of Jesus. Yeah. Make me feel more like a dipshit. Oh, this is embarrassing. I forget that I have to use the finger. I literally said, wow, these are taking forever to spawn. It was late, okay? Mm-hmm.
Felt that,
Yeah,
did
it was still
you?
pretty late.
How about some more?
And then it's time to just get fucked, I guess. No, I liked this. I thought it was like, at the time I was getting irritated because the attack patterns weren't making sense, but in hindsight, like, this is a really cool and, well, yeah, but this was like a really, like, neat and cinematic way to end this game. Like, I think it really made everything feel like final and kind of delivered on everything you want from a last boss fight, minus the insane difficulty. Like, I think, yes, I struggled on this, but it wasn't insanely difficult, if you know what I mean. I don't know why I went back to the grenade launcher, though. Like, we know this doesn't work. I'm not sure what happened there. That's been a complaint of mine throughout the whole game, is like, I've pretty much dodged it the exact same way the last time. Maybe waited a millisecond longer to press the dodge button. But sometimes it just doesn't work.
One power source remaining.
You think I don't know how to fuck you up?
Oh, I'm ready to not be the one playing. Like, I have no idea. I've gone completely off script. I've spent the last 15 minutes trying to, like, figuring it all out, getting in a routine, and then I'm just like, fucking chaos. Yeah, it's too easy. I dodged that somehow. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you were just right there with me, like, yeah, get him. Ooh, yeah, get him. Oh. Nah, maybe let's not do that. Let's just let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah.
All power sources activated.
Bam, dead.
I am sick of your shit!
Yeah, this is great. This was my favorite part, I think, of the entire game. Right.
Come on!
In
Next time, take the fucking hit!
Say hi to Brad for me. Tom, I still have a boyfriend.
Good riddance.
Don't tug at that thread. Don't. Yeah. Oh, this is what you told me to take a moment and just thematically look around the room at the chaos we have wrecked. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Dude, I'm not convinced there wasn't a bobblehead in there. I just couldn't see it. Give it the old try, though. That's all you can ask for. Yeah. I know. I want to, like, get a job as a playtester and be like, you should put one here, you should put one here. You should make a spot here. You know, I feel like we could get really diabolical with that stuff.
Can't let Nikolai get away with that vaccine. I hope Carlos managed to
Oh, that was my idea, thank you very much. Was to go look around. Oh, you can claim ignorance all day long, my friend. Yep. Yeah, it's almost identical. We're underneath the hospital. Nest 1 is underneath the police station, yeah. And then the jiggly boob physics. That was just some like horny programmer being like, check this out. And just like sneaking it past the QA tester. The engine. The engine didn't know what was going on. Right in the teeth.
You're not going to stop. Promised you this, didn't I?
No! Do you have any idea what you've
Such a
just done?
dick.
No, don't care. My client ordered me to reduce Umbrella to rub.
10 minutes until missile
Ah.
impact.
The missile has launched. And that is my cue. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
What, like the zombies? We gotta skedaddle. I don't think we have to worry about that, based on everything we know about the zombies. I like how Carlos goes from being dead to like...
Jill!
Oh, this was the most nerve-wracking part of the game.
I can't! I'll hit you!
Do it! You have to! There's no other way. Take the shot!
I know. Piccolo! I did dome him pretty good, though.
I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world.
I was
Just
like,
be too cruel.
looking that back. I'm pretty sure I got him right in the teeth.
What about him?
No, dude, I fucking earned it, alright? This was a hard game. This was a
Why'd you do
hard
it?
game, dude. But it wasn't too hard, which was nice.
There's a price tag for everything. Even letting the world burn.
Although, fuck that room with the 3 pale heads in it. That can eat my ass.
I'll tell you, if you get me out of here. I'll pay you whatever you want.
Was it? Like, can eat even more of my ass then?
You're a fool.
You're a fool!
You're a fool!
Baka Yaru, Kono Yaru.
My guy! You'll never find out the truth.
I don't mind a little detective work.
Yes, bitch. Eat missile, dickhead. It's like, I'm so horny.
Jill, you alright?
And if it would let him survive.
Here it is.
And then it's like, oh, it's a nuke. Yeah, they're like... Yeah, like, they wouldn't be blown around in the air. They would be flash fried. But that's okay. There would be shadows on the helicopter. Like, that's all that would be left of them.
It's finally over.
The electronics definitely would not be working right now.
So long, Marcy.
Thanks for the memories.
I felt
Even if
empty
they
and
weren't
cold
so
as the
good.
heat from the blast washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster making a virus.
Oh, wow, wow.
It was greed.
One more time. Thanks for your memories.
I decided then and there, the ashes of Raccoon City would be Umbrella's ashes too.
As I dismantle them one
Once and for
by
all.
one. Tune in to Jill Does Dallas. Because Umbrella's in Dallas. And I'm gonna get them all. But yeah, it's over. We did it. And we loved it. Oh, that's right. You were about to poop your pants. Yeah, which we've already kind of discussed and just dissected this game throughout this whole episode. So sorry, this is not the exact way you probably wanted to see it go down, but hopefully you still enjoyed and had fun. Like, if you're in for this series. Oh, that's right. I know. And I'm still unsure if that's Jill or if that's a man, because those were some manly hands. But doesn't matter. How the fuck did I die 71 times? Like, I'm still baffled by that, but damn it, I'm fucking proud of it. 8 hours. I was hoping I died less times than I saved. But that's what I'm saying, dude. Yes, sir. And with that, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the next playthrough. You aren't gonna wanna miss it. What? Let me see. This is gonna be a nightmare to edit. I think we're just done.